I am alive. I know because I can still hear me breathing. But see, most days I feel like a dead man walking whose bones are wrapped in mysteries. And I can distinctly hear voices around me asking who is he, even though they're not really speaking. Speaking of mysteries, did you know that there is a disease where you eventually stop sleeping and then you die? There is no cure. And there is still no cure for these thoughts I have which I can't shake off. Thoughts that I am special, that I'm here for a reason, and my lungs won't cease not even for a minute to stop supplying oxygen to this stone cold heart of mine until I'm done. Did you know that I am not done? Did you know that I can hear within me echoes of sounds that sound like an orchestra composed by dead Egyptians, which is what I sound like when I send my cries as letters up to the night skies, wishing upon the stars that the stars would come and lay with me in this bed of mine soaked with tears as I cry for my mommy. Her name is Ruth, and she's one of the few people I know to have their names match exactly who they are. Did you know who they are? These voices I hear in my head of ones who are voiceless and are desperately screaming for someone to tell their stories. Do you know their stories are somehow similar to mine, which is why I find delight in telling their stories. These are stories so precious that they need to be heard. But first, one must unearth these jewels from the gold mines of the miner. The digging goes on and on. With this shovel, I dig deep into the soul. Replace the you with an I, and sooner you will find that it all makes sense. If we were to believe that you and I were indeed made from the dust of the earth, with this shovel, I intend to dig deep into the soil of our souls to unearth those things that make us all human. Did you know that quakes on one side of the earth can shake the other side? That there are about 500,000 earthquakes a year, and that 100,000 of those can be felt around the world. But that's disregarding the quake I feel inside of me whenever anyone tries to get too close. Which is why I tend to keep at a distance. I somehow feel like an embrace would suffocate and choke the life out of me, which is why I tend to keep at a distance, rather than embrace that gospel which came to me in the form of a hammer, to shatter my perception of these imperfections which I tend to see in the mirror. Now at least I can see clearer. Even in the midst of this mist, I can see clearer. And scenes that I've never seen starts to unfold. And I stored away, captured in my mind, meant to be cherished and adored as much as I possibly could. Like the scenes from childhood. Like that picture of you your father took when you first learned how to ride a bike. Did you know that I still don't know how to ride a bike? Maybe one day I will learn how to. Maybe one day I will learn how to embrace those parts of me that I don't really like. I spoke with an angel and she told me, for the sake of good health, each person is entitled to a certain number of hugs each day, but the truth is, we might never get that certain number. So why not hug yourself each day? When you're alone, you have everyone.